Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello. My goodness, we are already packing in. I love it. I saw that. Was that a cat? I missed the tail end of that cat. What was that?
Yeah, that was the cat. I can't see the chat though.
You may have to go to the actual YouTube to open it, or is there I don't know. I don't remember what you're saying.
I got it.
Yes, good job.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. So we've got lots of good people here. Hello, everybody that is in the chat. We're going to get started here very soon. Oh, Barbara Ann Breed is here. I heard from Barbara tonight. I'm wicked excited because I've been worried about her in the hurricane. She did lose power. She did lose some food, but she is alive and well, and we are super thankful for that. So super happy to have Barbara here. Ashley's here. Kim's here. Hey, Kim. Carmenos is here. Debbie. Listen, guys, we've got an awesome show for you tonight, and this is why right here. Since I've started, Miss Cat has been around and a huge supporter and has become a friend. And I can't say enough about her. And she has very graciously donated her time tonight to talk with some of you. So maybe we can get some answers. Maybe we can, we'll have a little fun with this. So again, Kat, I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much for taking your time out to hang out with me and the crew here that you're always a part of. And now you're sitting up here with me, which is really cool.
No, thank you, Shell. I mean, this is just, like I think you and I talked about, this is all about helping people out there. And I've been wanting to do it for a while. So I'm so thankful that you let me hop on here and see if we can help somebody or just get some messages out there.
Yeah, totally.
I'm excited.
Yep. We're going to wait a few more minutes before we get started. We're going to let people file in. But I do want to, I just have a question. Kat, how long have you been, doing this? Just in general, like when did you know that you were gifted and how long have you been doing, helping people?
I knew when I was like 8 years old. Okay. I was at my aunt's house in Nebraska, of all places, and I was downstairs in her downstairs bathroom, and all of a sudden I saw this tornado, like coming towards the house. It was just like this little movie. And of course, at that age, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, this alarm went off, and I didn't know what tornadoes are or alarms.
Right.
Because we were visiting, I grew up in Oregon, and sure enough, there was a tornado, and it was coming. It wasn't coming towards the house, but it was right out there. And so little things started happening like that the older I got.
Right.
And probably in my early 20s, I started doing readings for people. And to be honest, at the time, I didn't know how serious it was. I didn't know how it would affect people when I gave them readings.
Right.
And I made somebody cry. And that was really hard on me because I didn't mean to make them cry. I mean, they were crying because they were joyful, but they were also crying because they were sad. So it's like, okay. So I had to be able to check myself. So that's kind of when I just started doing it. And I didn't really start earnestly doing the readings until probably about 10 years ago. I just started a little Facebook page and went from there. So, yeah.
Now, I know that when I paranormal investigate, I get what I call a ghosty hangover or ghost hangover. Now, when you do something like this, I'm afraid, especially when we do rapid fire like we're about to do. But do you get what I experienced? The exhaustion and the just sort of feeling like you're disconnected from, your head, almost like it feels like a hangover for me, but it's because I've immersed myself in whatever location I was doing and who I was speaking with. Do you ever have that as well?
Oh, a lot, because especially one-on-one readings, they usually last an hour, sometimes longer. And then afterwards, and then the next day, depending on how much I took on, I will be extremely exhausted. So I know the next day I really can't have anything lined up. And the rapid fire thing, I've done this about 3 times now, and it's really hard. But at the same time, it takes about a day to recover, and then I'm fine. So, I know that's going to happen, so I kind of plan accordingly. And I just can't help it, because even though I'm talking and doing the talking, and like I think I told you earlier, I'm not like in a trance, but like they come through me, so I see or feel what they were seeing or feeling. So it's like this energy switch. So yeah.
I don't have that happen.
It's really hard when you get a bad one or a mean one.
Hopefully, everybody's going to play nice tonight. So we'll see. We'll see. No, if you're out there and you come and you want to speak to somebody and you throw us a curveball with grumpy Uncle Tim, we're gonna have words after the chat. I'm kidding. So
But everybody needs to remember that.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Oh, people need to remember that everybody's basically the same in death as they were in life. So if Uncle Tim was grumpy in life, he's probably going to be grumpy.
Yeah.
So
right.
They're not. They basically stay the same person. So.
Oh boy. Oh, yep. Keep that in mind, guys. And again, I'm going to read a disclaimer here shortly. This is the plan. So we're getting up to almost 10 minutes in. We're going to start here shortly, and then it's going to be sort of difficult to chat. I'm going to watch the chat over here, and we're going to move together like a machine. But it's not going to be maybe once. How about 10 minutes prior to us ending at about 9? We'll take it off, break it off, and then see if anybody has any questions. Maybe I had some really good questions coming from people about, what, do ghosts see us, spirits? Do they see us the same? Do we look different? So somebody might be in the chat that has a non-related, non-personal, non-connection question just about the afterlife. So would you like to do those now, or do you want to do those at the end, or it's totally up to you, Kat?
Oh, we can do them at the end. I mean, that's a really good question. So yeah, but we can definitely do them at the end.
Okay. All right, cool. So guys, we'll stop the channeling session at about 10 minutes prior to quitting. So if you guys have any questions about maybe just spirits in general that aren't related to you, I know all of you guys watch other people on YouTube and on TV about paranormal. That's why you're here. You guys love the paranormal. So I don't know if maybe you've got questions, think about them, and we'll get to them maybe possibly at the end, which is super exciting because I'm also excited to see what people have to ask. All right. So what I'm going to do now that we've got some people in here, pay close attention, guys. So I have a disclaimer that I have to read. And then at the end of that disclaimer, if anybody here in this chat right now is looking to possibly connect with somebody that is personal to them in the afterlife, after I read the disclaimer, I'm not going to look until then. I need you to acknowledge that you heard the disclaimer by typing the word yes. And by you typing the word yes, I'm going to take your name from the chat and I'm going to put it into a random name generator that I will show you. When I hit the button, it's going to randomly pick somebody. And that person, if they are able to come up, that's the way we would like it, please. Is that still, you want to still have them up here face to face? Is that easier? Or?
Yeah, I think that'd be easier.
Okay. So if you can, I know a lot of you got little kids and stuff like that, but if you can get to a space where you can hop on your phone, I'm going to give you a link that you can click on, and then you'll be up here on the chat with us face to face. It makes it a little easier for Kat to communicate. And then we'll see if we can hook you up. But I have to read the disclaimer first, And then I'm going to put your names in and we'll go from there. This way it keeps it nice and even, nice and fair. We don't want to give anybody any privileges, and we also don't want to take away any privileges. And it's important that it stays nice and even. With the exception, Kat says, that there may at any point be a somewhat pushy, maybe entity or energy that may have a message for somebody. Then we will address that. Otherwise, it's going to be completely random. All right, so pay attention because I have to read the disclaimer. I know it's boring, but we got to get it done. So here we go. We here at Richelle G do not guarantee any contact, connection, or communication with the afterlife. Psychic Medium Cat does not guarantee any contact, connection, or communication with the afterlife. What is said, comes through, or viewed by Psychic Medium Cat is not necessarily the views and beliefs of myself here on Richelle G, and my views are not necessarily that of Psychic Medium Cat. Spirits can sometimes be angry, malicious, or just plain grumpy, and the appropriate precautions should be taken to ensure safety, both spiritually and physically. Do not try this at home. If contact is made with your departed loved one, please understand that sometimes they are not the same person. They usually are. Sometimes they are not. They're in a higher, deeper, more intensely and completely connected state. We are all energy and spiritual beings connected to source in different states of connected consciousness. Psychic Medium Cat is here on her own time as an amazing guest on this live show, sharing her gift with all of us here today. Utmost respect will be conducted here in the chat, or you will be asked to leave. Thank you for your attention. Love and light from me. Okay, read that. If you guys do not agree with that, please graciously leave now. We'll talk later. No hard feelings. Otherwise, if you would like to come up on the panel and possibly have a chance to connect with a loved one, please start putting your yeses in the chat now while I put them in the random wheel generator. That being said, if you have any stories or anything going on, Kat, that you want to talk about now, maybe something cool that happened to you, or
I don't really, well, I have lots of stories, but that would take too long. But I can tell everybody that if they do, I do one-on-one readings via the computer, because I live in Oregon and everybody's all over the place. So that is available. And I think Richelle will have my email somewhere in case that does come up. And in case you don't get a chance tonight, or I do a reading, but you want more to that, you can contact me and we can go from there. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get some really nice people coming in tonight. Nobody grumpy.
Yes.
Nobody too demanding. Nobody pushy.
Nobody pushy?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But like Schulz said, if we do get a pushy soul, sometimes we get somebody out there that will just be wanting to get a message across. Now, this is important to remember, and I just want to put this out there. Sometimes when I do a reading for somebody, a couple things. One, it may not mean anything to you, but maybe you're so connected to another person, like a best friend or something like that, it might make more sense to them. A lot of times when I do readings, people are like, what are you even talking to? Who that doesn't even sound like? What you need to do is afterwards take the time and chat with your friends or your family, because it could mean something for them, or it could be somebody you don't really remember them like that, but a couple days down the line, you're like, oh yeah, that does make sense. And I know real psychic will tell you they are 99 or 100% right all the time, because we're not.
Right.
And I get my things through pictures. They send me pictures. But yeah, I can't guarantee anything. And names, for some reason, the names have never been a good one for me. And sometimes they're really good about giving their name, and a lot of times they just aren't. They've kind of moved.
Gotcha.
So hopefully that helps with some of this.
So you said, just a few more minutes here, guys. You said that they give you pictures. So you just get like flashes of things, or do you want to explain a little bit more on that? Or like what comes through?
It's flashes. It's more like little movies in my head. They will show me like a little scene, and they'll show me the people. A lot of times spirits, when they do show up, they will like show up at age 35, or when they felt they looked the best, or was, looking their best, even if they died at like 98. So sometimes that can get a little confusing. And sometimes they do. They show up at the age that they passed. And there'll be little quirky things. Like I have one lady I did a reading for, and I kept seeing black ants. And I thought that was really weird. But it turned out her mom, who had passed, that was something her mom loved and collected, was like little black ants.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. So I try to throw real little things out there if they send them to me. Because, yeah, you never know what might mean something to somebody, even though I was going black ants. But, yeah, I meant a lot to her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's really neat.
Cool. Yeah.
That's neat. All right. I think, well, hold on. One more, of course. I'm going to read these real quick, and there's going to be people coming, going. I understand that. So obviously you have to be here in the chat to connect with somebody. But, if people come in later, we'll add them in later. But as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and I believe I got you, Tesha. Okay, so I'm just going to read the names real quick of the people that are in here that said yes. If I missed anybody, please put it in real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and rock and roll here. But I think I have everybody, just to be fair. And then maybe we'll do it again further down for new people that come in. So I have Lisa, Nicole, Anita, Bonnie, Cross with Purple, Mystery, Jenny Jumping Bean is here, Carmen Knows, Barbara Ann, Tesha, Ashley Marie, Neva, Lisa, Brandy, Kathy, and Shirley. If there's anybody I missed, please get it in right now, or else we are going to hit the road. Just double check.
Please pardon me. My dog keeps trying to get on my lap. I'm trying to keep her out of the picture.
Well, no. If you didn't have animals, I'd worry about you. Okay. There. I think I got everybody. Cool. Okay.
Eerie Frog. That's a cool name. I've never seen Eerie Frog before.
No, I have once before. Eerie Frog is pretty new. I love that they're here. Perfect. Okay. All right. And once again, we're not guaranteeing anything here. So if your name comes up and there's no connection, please do not have hard feelings toward Kat or myself. We're all here hanging out and hopefully get some answers and some cool stuff, but it's not guaranteed. So please keep that in mind.
I'll definitely try my best, but yeah.
Yeah, of course you will. And that's why one of the reasons why you're up here, because I know you will try your best, but I also know that you're not going to pull something out of thin air just to satisfy, and that can really hurt people. And I know you know that. So again, one more time, we don't guarantee anything, but let me go ahead and share my screen and we will get started. I will have a link again, whoever's name comes up first. The link will go up. If you could please click that link, it'll take you right to the thing to get up on here. Face-to-face is easier. So you get to hang out up here on the panel tonight for a little while, which is cool. We are going to do 20 minutes. I know it's not a lot of time, but Kat needs, we can't get to everybody if we take too long. So it's going to be 20 minutes or 2 questions, whatever comes first. So I will be keeping time of that. And again, we will try and keep everything as fair as possible. This is all of our first time doing this, so please be kind. All right, let me share my page here. And here we go. Share this. There we are. That looks like junk. Hold on one second. Kat, can you see that wheel there?
I can, kind of.
Perfect. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to hit this button, and it's going to randomly pick a name here. Good luck to whoever it is. And it looks like we have Anita. I'm going to go back to my thing here. All right, Anita, are you still here, love? Looking for Anita. Anita, if you're here, let us know. Anita, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel again so we can have the next person lined up while we wait for Anita. Anita. Come on, Anita. Let us know if you're still here. All right. The person after Anita, or the person that comes next if Anita's not here. Here we go. Crafts with purple. Awesome. All right. That is the second person. Anita, are you still here? Has anybody seen Anita? Going to give you just a little bit longer here. Go to my other screen because the chat comes up sooner. Just a couple more minutes. If not, Crafts with Purple, are you still here? You are. I see you. Okay. Here's the link. You should be able to just click on that Crafts with Purple. I guess anybody could click on it, but oh, Anita's here. Okay, Anita, can you click on that link for me, love? Are you able to click that link and come up live so we can chat with you and Miss Cat? Crafts with Purple, get ready in the wings. That's what she said. Yep, I see her. All right. There's Crafts. I see ya. Hang tight, Crafts. Anita, are you able to click that link for me, love? I know this is not the smoothest process, but
it's the first time.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
Is that you, Anita? Is with the name Hi? Is that you? All right, that is the second person. Anita, are you still here?
Yes.
Anybody seen Anita? Is that you, Anita?
Yes.
Just a little bit longer here. Oh, hey. Can you do me a favor and turn your audio down for me? My other screen, because the chat comes up sooner. Perfect. That's better. Thank you so much. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I can't talk very good.
That's all right. That's all right. No worries at all. I'm so happy you're here. Have you, I know this is sort of all quick and fast, but is there, do you have any questions for Kat, or do you want to just jump right in and get going?
Just whatever she can do for me.
Okay, whatever she can do for you. Are you looking to speak to somebody, or are you looking for like a...
My dad.
Okay. She said her dad, Kat.
Okay. Is there a way we can get your camera just so I can actually see your face a little bit better, Anita? It's really hard to see you. Sorry. There we go.
Woo, there you are, pretty girl.
There you are. Okay, that makes it easier. Okay, so you're looking for your dad? First of all, I mean, here's what's coming through to me first. I know you're having a hard time talking, but you've got some serious health issues going on. There's nothing that can't be handled that won't turn out okay, but I think you're kind of holding back on maybe getting some things really looked into that you need to. I think you're concerned about what that might mean, but it's not as bad as you would think. It sounds bad, but from what I'm getting, what they're showing me, it's going to be okay. It's just you need to get over the initial worry about what's going on, and really get in there and like work with your doctors and stuff and kind of go from there. And that's what's really important that's coming up that I'm getting. And your dad seems to be really hanging out with you. He's definitely concerned about you. And what's interesting, I don't know if it's your dad or maybe an uncle or grandpa that's also passed, but you have someone that is always right here with you. It's an older gentleman who passed, and I'd say he passed probably, I think he passed when you were younger. But he's very watchful over you. He's always with you. Very supportive of things that you want to do, but you don't feel like you can. But he always just wants to tell you, no, you can do that. You've got it in you. But he feels like you're not being confident enough about stuff. that your dad is there, but whoever this figure is, he's really there. And he's been there, boy, a long time, a long, long time. And the health thing comes up with him. He's real worried about that too. And he just wants you to know that, yeah, it's going to be okay. It's getting over the fear of going in and getting things really looked at. And he says, if you get past that, then there's all this stuff that can be handled and worked on for you. He's very dominant, whoever this guy is. I mean, he was a very sweet guy in life. I think he was real quiet. But ever since you were small, he just really had a special place for you in his heart. And definitely just really sticks with you. And he's actually tried to let you know he's there. But I'm not really sure you caught on to that. Because he doesn't want to frighten you. But he says he would really like to do something to show that he's there with you. But if he does, he doesn't want you to get scared by it. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Somehow I lost half your face, honey.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Yeah. Do you have other questions besides that? I know you wanted to talk to your dad. Is that making sense to you about the health and your dad and your, is it your uncle maybe? Or I don't, it's very interesting. He's definitely like a family member. And he's asking you to ask, are you sure you won't be frightened if he throws out a sign he's around you?
I'm sure.
Okay, because he's wanting to do that, has wanted to do that, but again, he really cares about you. You really have this guy's heart. You always have. And he says you bring him joy, even though he's not around anymore. He says you still bring him a lot of joy. He's watched you and everything you've gone through in life. He says you've had a pretty rough time of it. But he says, those things are going to get better. He says you kind of feel like you're kind of at the end of everything and nothing's going to really change or get better. But he says you're wrong on that. He says it's all about little steps and he will be there right there with you. You do have one major thing that's holding you back, and I get from him it's another person. And he's saying to me he doesn't like this other person. And he really thinks you need to get this other person away from you. That's just kind of how it's coming across. He doesn't hate them, but he really feels that you're getting drugged down by this person you have for a while, and there's so much more out there for you. And if you could kind of get away from this person's grip, he really feels things would definitely change quicker and better and just all around for you. Making sense? Sort of? Okay. Yeah, your dad is there. He's definitely there. But like I said, this other male is really he's kind of taking over the show. He definitely wants you to know all this. Your dad he's really hard to get to because of the other guy. You did something when you were younger that your dad wished that he would have told you how proud he was of you and how much it meant to him. And he feels like he never was that way enough with you. He feels that there was this one specific thing that happened where he was really proud of you, but because of either his stubbornness or the way he was raised or just the kind of person he was, he didn't let on to you how much he really cared and how much doing stuff like that meant to him. And he still feels bad about that. And he says he's watched you, and he too says, you've had it much rougher than you should have. And he blames himself for part of that. He feels like maybe he should have done something more when he was here. Again, goes back to the health. Goes back to the health with you. You've got a little bit of a kind of a dark rainbow around you. I don't know. Have you ever saged your house or anything like that to cleanse it? if you could, I don't know if you can handle the smell of sage or anything, but I would cleanse your house with some sage. Maybe do it once a week for a few weeks and just open up all your windows and just cleanse your house and get some of that bad stuff out of there. Just memories, just stuff. You got a bunch of stuff that's kind of built up in that house, and you need to just get it cleared out. And that will definitely help you. You'll feel a lot better, especially after the second time. And it'll help you start going forward to where you need to go, because you're kind of being blocked right now, but you don't have to be. But it's not going to be like really easy to get out of it, but it's not going to be as hard as you think. So I hope that helps with that part, because I definitely see whatever it is that's kind of holding you back right now. It's going to be a lot easier to get through and get over than you think. You know, you need a support system. I don't feel you have a really good support system. But you've got us. I mean, to be honest, whatever it is, all I can say is I just wish I was there to kind of go, okay, no, really, it'll get better, you know? So I definitely see that for you. It's just a matter of stepping up and doing it. And I know it's really hard because your energy is really low and you're really struggling with a lot of self-doubt. And it's hard to push through that. I know I've been there myself. So if you have a good friend or something, yeah, try and get them in there to help you or support you somehow. Okay. So I hope that really kind of shows you a little direction you could go. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have any other questions? Huh?
That sage is a good.
Yeah, the sage. Yeah,
that's good. And it doesn't have to be, you know, sage is a lot like fishing lures. So there's going to be a million different types of sage. If you don't have any and you go to buy some, just plain white sage or anything really is better than nothing. But just don't get trapped in all the, you know, oh, I need this one with this, you know, multi remote control that drives my car sage. You don't need all that. You just need the sage with your good intentions. Like she said, open your windows and just let it fly. Let it all go.
Yep.
Definitely.
And that'll really just definitely help start you off on the right foot. You will start feeling better. You will start feeling more empowered. And that's what you need to do, is you need to take your power back, because somebody or something, you've let them have your power, and it's time for you to take it back and kick some butt and stand up, kind of thing is how I see it with you.
Yeah.
Well,
like
she's
that.
capable. But
I like that.
Yeah. So take your power back.
Throw my computer. I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, Anita, let's go. Oh, that's
there
awesome.
you go.
You still got some time, Miss Anita. Do you have any other questions, or it's up to you?
What about my mom?
Your mom?
Your mom?
It's interesting because from the beginning, I haven't really felt a lot of female energy around you. I'm not saying she's not there. She's not a very strong presence. A lot of it's because of the other guy. I mean, she's definitely like there, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, she's just not really putting herself out there. I am getting that she definitely feels relieved and feels better now, if that's making any sense. She's finally out of whatever situation, whether it was pain or mental or physical. She's definitely, it's almost like she's there, and so now she just kind of wants to like be on the vacation type thing, you know. She's not really worried about anything else. She's finally just feeling like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, not that she doesn't see you, not that she doesn't care, and not that she doesn't know what's going on. She's just kind of there enjoying her world now, because it feels like she really never got to enjoy that life.
Kat, could it be that she doesn't really have to worry so much about Anita because of this other male figure that she probably trusts with sort of watching her?
Definitely, because that male figure is very prominent. I mean, yeah, he's just there. I mean, he's one of those ones that we all really wish we had, or want to have by us.
I was just thinking
really
that
strong. Yeah.
Wow.
Very protective. Just, yeah, all around. Yeah.
That's
So that could be a lot of it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Do you have any other questions?
No, you good?
No.
Oh,
Hope that
Anita,
helps.
thanks so much for coming up here. It's so nice to see your pretty face finally. All right, get that sage now. You get that sage.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Let's see.
So nice to see people's faces now.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's awesome. It's real awesome. All right. You good for the next one?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Going.
Second up. Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
good.
Yes, cross with purple. Oh my goodness. Do you want to jump right into it, or do you have any questions for Kat first, or what do you think?
I just really want to try to connect with my dad. He passed away when I was 8 months pregnant with my daughter, and well, she was the 11th grandkid, so she's the youngest. And I keep saying, like, did he meet her? Did he get to meet her? You know, like on the other side type feeling. And it's been 5 years, and it still weighs on me.
Okay.
Did she pass, or I mean, he did?
No, my dad passed away
passed.
when I was 8 months pregnant.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. I got that confused.
No, it's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he even though he wasn't there, he's very well aware of her, very much aware of her. And you did say she was the youngest of the grandchildren?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because he's got some little connection with her that he doesn't seem to have with the other ones. I don't know if it's because she was the only one he didn't actually get to see and meet like here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he keeps a very close eye on her. She has, especially when she plays outside, does she have like a play structure or something like a tire swing or something like that in the yard that she's always showing me? He was watching her play on something.
Well, I know I take her to the park quite a bit.
Okay, maybe that's it, because it's like he loves watching her do that, because he says she just radiates pure joy.
Oh yeah,
pure joy, and he can definitely feel that. And he's very watchful.
Like her mama.
He's very watchful, and I get the feeling he was a quiet man when he was around. Maybe like, I don't mean like he was boisterous, but he was like, how do I put this? I mean, he knew he was there.
Yeah,
but there was parts of him.
My mom and my dad. Yeah, my dad was more of the quiet.
Yeah.
Not the disciplinary one, but
yeah. No, he's very watchful of the whole situation, not just with her and the other grandchildren. But he has a really strong connection with you. And he doesn't know if you actually felt that or knew that enough, because he definitely, I want to say you're kind of maybe the favorite, but maybe, he didn't want everybody to know that, or he feels bad for that in some way, but it's like, no, she's definitely my favorite.
The daddy's girl.
Yeah, exactly. And he too, he's, just like the other one, I feel like he's tried to let you know he's around and giving you his presence somehow. And hope that you have been aware. He has one area of your house that he seems to hang out in and kind of just be watchful over the whole family. Not in your bedroom, not in the bathroom, but like an area of the house where he feels like he can just soak in the whole family and keep a watchful eye.
Well, I know my kitchen and living room's all in one floor plan, so
yeah,
that's where we hang out the most.
Yeah, he would definitely be one of those souls that if something was approaching the home that was a threat to either you or your family, he would find a way to raise an alarm for you guys. Extremely protective. Extremely protective. Is he there with like his brother or his best friend? He seems to be there with somebody that's just like his buddy, and they seem to be having a hell of a good time.
I know when I was younger, his best friend from school committed suicide.
Yeah,
it could be him. And
yeah,
I know one of his younger brothers passed away in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah, no, definitely whoever he's with, they are just having a good old time. I mean, they're like fishing, hunting, doing all this. Yeah, I mean, he just loves it. And whoever this person is, they were really connected in life, and they're just so joyous to be together. And kind of raise a ruckus. They kind of raise a ruckus.
That'd be more of his friend.
Yeah, no, he's definitely having a good time over there. And he wants you to know that. He's like, yeah, no, he's fine, and he's having a good time. And yeah, he just enjoys your family, loves watching your family. Just gets really, it's all heartfelt with him. He's a very heartfelt person.
Yeah, he was a very spiritual man, family oriented.
Yeah, no, he's definitely, and he loves your family and the way things are, the way you're raising your children and the way things go in your home. He finds it, he just really approves of it. And yeah, he just can't say how proud he is of you. He's very proud of you, and he wants you to know that. And he just really feels like he didn't quite express that enough to you. He did in his way, but he just wishes, like right now, I'm getting excited because he's so funny. He's like, I just wish that I could tell her how proud I am and like just yell it. That's how he's coming across. So yeah,
I can see why he has a connection with his granddaughter, because she was supposed to have been born the day after his birthday, but she came on her own the day before his birthday.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a connection between her being the youngest, and there's a little thing with you and her too. There's a very special connection there.
Yeah, me and her have a really close bond.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those bonds that's just going to be there for a long time. And I know you try not to favor her, but yeah, I mean, she's kind of like mommy's girl, and But yeah, he's very proud of everything you've done, and he's trying to tell you, don't think that he didn't know about some of the naughty stuff. He's not calling it.
Yes.
Don't think I don't know about all of that.
Uh-oh.
He says, and I'm not proud, but he says, I understand. He did it afterwards. Yeah, no, he doesn't want you to think that you got away with anything.
Yeah.
Because he said, I might not have known then.
I got away. I got away
definitely
with everything
knows
with
now.
him, so my kids don't get away with nothing with me, though.
He definitely let a lot of stuff slide. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a very good guy. Definitely enjoy talking with him.
Can you see what he looks like? Because I have a picture of him.
It's kind of fuzzy because he's jumping back between a young age and the age when he passed. So it's really confusing to me. And they do that sometimes. It's like he's jumping back to a young age when he had all the energy. Oh yeah, it's the smile.
He's handsome. He's got that trouble smile too. You know, he got away with some stuff too when he was younger. So.
Oh no. When he was younger. Oh yeah.
Handsome guy.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty funny. He's like, oh yes.
Yeah, he's
a great guy.
He's a storyteller.
Yeah, great guy.
It's awesome.
He's just having so much fun and just feels. He just can't express what the energy is and how it is to actually. How do I explain this? He's trying to tell me what it's like to get the energy from you guys, the real true love energy. Now that he's on the other side. It's hard to explain, and he tries so hard to push it back, but he hasn't quite figured out how to do that
Right.
yet. So yeah, but yeah, and oh yeah, no, I have a feeling that he was a trickster in life.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him past him to throw some stuff out there to make sure that you definitely know he's around from now on. Like,
As long
really
as I
make
don't
sure.
trip.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have a feeling he would like to make himself known.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Because I always wanted him to.
Yeah. He's it's just one of those things where, kind of like with Anita, they're not always sure, so they don't want to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
And or make you emotionally upset you. So yeah, I think you give him permission, yeah.
Yeah, I think that at one time, I think I had goosebumps all over me, and I think that was him that was giving me a hug.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we all feel things like that, and people just brush it off. But yeah. Usually, like I always say, the first thing that comes to your gut, you're usually right. Usually right. Yeah. No, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He was.
Now, do you go visit his grave?
He was cremated.
Yeah.
And my mom has his ashes.
Does he
They won't have an actual plot until she goes, and then they'll go together in one.
Does he have a special spot he used to like to go all the time? Like maybe you go? It's definitely outdoors. It's either by a river or a lake. It's just this one spot. I can't really describe it.
I don't know if it would have been with me, because I have 5 other siblings, so.
Well, he definitely has a spot that he used to love to go, and he's still very connected to it.
I don't know. I mean.
And it could mean something to your siblings.
I mean, yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Because I know he went to the shooting range with my brothers, so.
Yeah. Now, this is definitely
really
outdoors.
Anything with us girls, so.
Yeah. Definitely outdoor scenery here.
Yeah, I mean, we worked on the family farm that he grew up on, so.
Oh, yeah. Is that close by you now?
I'd say it's about a half hour from me.
Okay. Yeah, could definitely still some connections there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very enjoyable. He's sucking a lot of my energy, but he's enjoyable. And yes, they do that. Yeah. Do you have other questions?
I was told once that my daughter has a gift. Because they told me that when she's playing on the floor and she's like talking, that she's talking to my grandma, and that she talks to her and sees her like I talk and see you. And I was like, I mean, I don't know, every 5-year-old has their own little imaginary friend or, imagination. So I don't know.
Well, usually anywhere from the time they're like 1 till about 6 or 7. Yeah, they can still see and hear and communicate with the other side. As they get older, not so much. A lot of that's influenced with people around them.
Right.
I
don't discourage it, but I don't like, oh my God,
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Either way. Does it run in your family anywhere?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. And it could be that she is, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's gifted. It just might be her age.
Yeah.
But in knowing that, keep your mind open, because it could be, for some reason, she could be gifted and we just don't know it yet. So as she gets older and she says, Mom, I'm starting to see this, or I'm starting to hear that, make sure it's not schizophrenia, but but yeah, kind of just make sure that you're open to that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm open. I'm open to the other side.
So that's the great thing about little kids. I mean, they can see and talk to all kinds of people, before society kind of cuts them down. So
right.
Yeah. Other questions?
Do you feel any vibes from my daughter's grandma on her dad's side? Because I have her ashes.
Well, what popped up in my head when you said that was I don't want to say fat. She's kind of a chunky lady in a little dress with glasses. A typical kind of old lady look. Gray hair. Seemed like a really nice lady, really hardworking, like really had to bust her ass. Didn't have a lot in life. She, yeah, she's kind of a toughie, but she wasn't. I mean, she's very sweet, but yeah, she was tough.
Yeah. She fought cancer twice.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, she's
from the second time around.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely the makeup of the people that hang close to you. But she's just, sweet, but you didn't mess with her.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely at peace now. Definitely just so glad it's over with, kind of thing.
Yeah.
She's got a connection to a younger boy in the family, like a nephew. Kind of.
I don't know. I know she has a few grandsons.
It could be a grandson. They've got kind of a sandy blonde hair. I would say they're between 5.
It might be her youngest grandson.
Okay. Yeah. She's got a definite connection with that child.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very watchful. Very watchful.
Well, he's been adopted out, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's very watchful about it.
She still could be watching over him, though.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Just because that happened doesn't mean.
Right.
Yeah, because there is a connection there for whatever reason. It could be because he was adopted out, too. You know, just keeping an eye on him for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other question?
No. I don't know if my dad's mom comes across or not. Or his dad. But I've always was told that my grandma, which is my dad's mom, she was proud of me. Because she died when I was very young.
I can't really pick anything up from her. The first lady is very strong. She's a very strong presence as far as the females go.
Okay.
Did you have an aunt that passed? An elderly aunt? Okay.
My aunt and uncle both died together in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah. No, she's definitely there. She was pretty young when she passed. I mean, as far as I can say.
Oh yeah, they were very, very, very.
Yeah.
Late early 40s or late 30s, early 40s, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that disappointed her. She did feel like she's had things left to do, but she's also been able to do some things from the other side that has helped with that. She won't tell me what, but she says she's definitely been able to help. Definitely checks in on you. I get the fact that the accident wasn't their fault.
It wasn't?
Okay. Yeah, she was pissed off about that. Definitely pissed about that.
Yeah, I guess the other lady was messing with a radio or something and swerved into their lane and hit him head on.
Yeah, no, she's not happy about that at all. But something happened later on, and she's let it go. Basically, some kind of karma was there. Yeah. And it's interesting, though, because even though they passed together, they're not together on the other side. It's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like she moved on. Does that make sense? There was a connection there, but they were not as connected in life as everybody thought they were.
Oh, that makes
sense. There was a side to them that nobody ever really knew. And yeah, so they weren't as hardcore together as everybody thought. Which was fine with both of them. They just didn't care to have people. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's it. I know I got a lot of dead relatives, but we're not gonna go all there.
Okay.
Just the main ones.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
Well,
happy
like I
that
said,
my
you can
dad.
always email. We can do.
Yeah, I'm just glad that my dad, watches over my daughter.
Oh yeah,
That means a lot to
definitely.
me.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, and he
awesome.
obviously watches over you too, but I like him. This sucks all my energy, but I like him.
Yeah, everybody loved him.
And he's
He was
definitely having a good
loved.
time on the other side.
There you go,
Yeah.
Dad.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yep. So
Sounds
yeah,
like
I
you got
keep
an
an eye
army
out
around
because
you.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be bouncing a ball in front of you or something pretty soon, and you'll be like, okay.
Please,
Yeah.
Thank you.
if that happens and you feel comfortable letting me know, please do
Oh,
so.
I definitely will let you know, Richelle.
I'd be
Sure.
interested to know
Oh
that.
yeah, no, I'd want to know too.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, I'll let you know. That's
I
fantastic.
always like to know if I get something right.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know.
Sweet.
Cool.
That's awesome. Well, perfect timing. We are up to our 20 on you. Thank you so much for joining us up here today. It was so awesome.
Nice to see your face.
Thank you.
Yes, after all this time, that's what she said. That's my girl.
Now you know
sure.
That's what she said, girl.
That's my girl right there. Yes, I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. And
all right, thank you for having me. Thank you, Kat.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice to see your face.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see here. Good job, Kat. That was awesome.
Thank you. He was very energetic.
Yeah, I could tell just from the picture alone. I could, I don't have that gift, but I have little pieces sometimes, and it's definitely just a light. I love it. We are coming up on our hour. Do you have anything to do at least one more, Kat? Or
oh yeah, let's try and at least do one more
cool. You guys, we're getting a treat here. She's really putting her energy and her skills to the test doing this rapid fire. So she just confirmed awesomely we can do one more. So thank you to everybody that's been here so far. And again, Kat, thank you for doing this. And let me share my screen and we will go ahead and see who the lucky number 3 will be. All right. Here we go.
I feel so bad. There's so many of them.
I know. Lisa, I didn't put a last name. That just figures. I'll have to go back in my chat. Is there a Lisa here? Let me stop sharing. Lisa, are you still here? Lisa, I'll give you a few minutes. I should have put a last name. I try to get last names in there, but of course, sometimes I can't. Give it a couple seconds, and then I'll go ahead and pull a backup just in case. Lisa, are you here? Just scrolling back up, trying to see if I have a last name. I don't think we had more than one Lisa, but I don't like to be impersonal. Lisa is here. Okay, fantastic. Lisa, there is the link. If you would go ahead and click that for me, please, Lisa. Put it in the chat for you there. Now, guys, just because we didn't get you on tonight doesn't mean that you can't talk to the amazing Cat by yourself. There is a email address at the bottom of the screen there. You feel free. She hasn't said any sort of no, don't send this person my way. So if you have, she's a person, you can see her and she's amazing. So, if you have any questions at all, just reach out to her. She does charge for her services, but that doesn't mean that she's not a human and can't walk you through the process. As you can see, it's very, I know coming up on the panel live is a little bit scary for everybody, even me. But, it doesn't have to be. You can email her whatever questions you have. She doesn't bite sometimes, usually. And
not all the time.
Yeah, just reach out to her if we don't get to you tonight, guys. No worries at all. Lisa's just popping in the back here. That's what she said.
And also, just to reaffirm, yes, I do charge, but it's not. I mean, if you definitely can't afford it, that's not going to stop me. I mean, for me, this is always about helping people connect with their loved ones or helping them. So, don't let that little soundbite there go, oh, well, I can't. No, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. She's, like I said, it's very reasonable in my opinion. And it's somebody that I know and trust and that I consider a friend. So, I don't point you guys in any direction that I don't know is relatively safe. Oh, here we go. Lisa. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Got a little shuffling there. Sorry. There we go.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. What's up?
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Sorry, my dogs are barking.
No worries. We love animals.
We all have
here.
dogs. Mine's staring at me.
Mine's at the door. Do you have any questions for Kat, or do you just want to sort of jump right into it?
I just don't really have any questions. Just wanted to see if my mom or dad or anyone was reaching out.
Okay. They're both definitely there. I'm getting something else though. I hate this. I know you're asking about this, and this is difficult because we're on a panel here. But I feel you have a situation you are very, very, very concerned about and upset about. Yeah, and it's private, so I totally understand. I understand that. You know what? You email me, because I definitely something I could work with you on. That needs to be addressed. That you need help with. I think I might be able to help. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, that's really looming. That is like, yeah. Okay. Sorry, just had to throw that out there because that's all I'm getting right now, which has me concerned. Which okay, I gotta chill here.
Yes, so make sure you email her, Lisa, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
The email's at the bottom. It's also going to be in the description real quick. Sorry to break trance of this, but if you can't find it or for whatever reason, just email me or get a hold of me or even somebody who knows me. If you see like Neva or somebody in the chat that, we'll get you in touch.
Okay, thank you.
Definitely, because it's not to be mean. It's blocking everything. Whatever it is very important. So it is blocking anything and everything until, it's blocking everything, honey.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm blocked on that one because it is
That's
big.
okay.
Yeah, so maybe we can definitely, email her and see if you
email me.
Set something up with her privately. That way we don't.
Yeah, and then we can. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I don't. You don't want any of it discussed. No.
Okay.
Totally.
Thank you.
Totally.
Yeah, make sure you do that, and I'll follow up.
I will.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because I don't want you to feel like you got gypped, but it's definitely something you're going to want to talk about off air, and that way you can get a little bit more clarity and all that. So make sure you get in touch with her, okay?
Absolutely.
It's nice to meet you.
Awesome.
Nice meeting you guys too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. I feel so bad, Shell.
Don't feel bad. Listen, that's clearly something that needs to be, talked about, and it should definitely not be on the internet. And I think that's really cool that you did that and didn't try to squeeze something out. I mean, everybody here knows that when you're inundated with a thought of something, whether it's health or a job or whatever, it consumes you. So if somebody's trying to read your energy, that's all. Or your thoughts or whatever, if they are trying to get something off of you, that's all that it's going to be spewing out of you. So
that was definitely, that means we can squeeze in one more person, but fortunately, but okay, if you want to.
No, it's totally up to you. It's your call. It's your call. I would appreciate, I know people in the chat would appreciate it. I would certainly appreciate it, but if you're feeling up to it, then please don't push yourself.
No, the only thing I need is a bathroom break in a minute.
No problem. You need to go. You go, girl. You just let me know.
Let's just do another person and we'll go from there.
All right. Jeez. I see my sister's here. Hey, Jamie. Love your face. Glad that you're all right. She was also with my mom and hunkered down for the hurricane, and they fared real well, thankfully. Thank the Lord, because that would have been real bad. Hold on. Gypsy, Richelle, how much? Okay, I'll get to that into that question in just 1 second, Gypsy. Let me go ahead and pull the next person because it might take a while for them to come up. So can you guys, Kat, can you see my wheel? I forgot to
Yeah, sort of.
All right.
Even with my glasses on.
I just want to make sure people can see that I'm pushing the button and it's random.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Neva. Neva.
Oh my gosh. She almost got it the last spin too. That's funny.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me put this in here. Barbara, okay, so people in the chat are asking how much your readings are while we wait for Anita to pop in. Can you tell us how much your readings are?
Oh, they're $45.
$45, guys. You are not going to spend.
And they usually last an hour.
$45.
Longer.
You can see how much information she can cram in. I set it for 20 minutes, but we've been clearing them kind of fast because it's just, it's not always like that. Results aren't typical. Please don't get your hopes up. However, this is $45 for this sort of information. It's priceless.
And they also need to know that and that's usually an hour. Sometimes they go longer, but also I do follow up because after I do the reading, there's always more questions. And I don't charge for the follow up. I mean, for the one follow up. If you start asking me for 5 follow ups, then we got to chat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's always going to be like, wait a minute, you said this. So yeah, I do that because it's only fair. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like I said, it's not about the money. It's about, helping people out.
Well, you still have to be paid for your services. I mean, one way, I'm getting paid pennies, but I'm getting paid for my services right now. You have to be paid for your craft. You have to be paid for your knowledge, your expertise, obviously your direct channeling. It's blowing my mind here right now. And speaking of blowing my mind, what is up, girl?
There she is.
You there?
We can see her.
Can't hear you, girl. Got your mic off? No, it's on. I can't hear. Can you hear her, Cat?
No, I can't hear.
Try backing out and coming back in, maybe.
It's like turn it off and turn it back on.
Pretty much. Okay, we'll wait for her to come back in. Oh, there's Anita. Anita says, thank you both so much. Thank you for being here, Anita. Thanks for being so awesome. I can't wait to hear about your follow-up.
Thank you.
Anita for president, y'all.
Thank you. I need some supplement.
It's thirsty work.
My water's not quite cutting.
I know. I hear you. Come on back, Neva.
Where'd you go?
I told her to back out and come back in, but now I don't see her. Peekaboo. There she is.
All right. Can you hear me?
Peekaboo. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Much better. Much better.
There you are.
Hey, guys. Hey, Kat.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing this.
Hello. All right.
All right. So
go for it. What you got?
Whatever comes to you. Mom and dad are always
throw me under the bus. Whatever comes.
No. My mom and dad.
There you go.
Mom and dad are always priority. So, I would like to know if mom's around a lot.
But yeah, I think you know that.
I do.
She's pretty good about letting you know.
She's
definitely
I'm getting better at figuring it out. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I think she's been trying.
Yeah. Your dad, on the other hand, he doesn't seem to really do that.
That's okay. That's what I get too. So
yeah, he's just like, nah, not my bag, But
exactly.
definitely your mom does that.
Yeah.
So, she's pretty. How do I put this? She shows me kind of shaking her finger at you a few times here.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, she's definitely got the thing going on here. Mm-hmm.
That's mom.
Yeah. She's pretty serious.
She can be, yeah.
Yeah. She's okay. Yeah, you're right. Because she's coming across as serious, but I definitely see this. She's got this little, like, almost giggly side to her.
She's got yeah. She can be all business, but she's got a great sense of humor and
exactly.
Yeah.
No, and you did not want to mess with her when she was doing this.
No.
No.
I love that. I love that.
Do you have something of hers that's like sitting on? It's either a table or a dresser.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very big.
No.
Yeah. It's Did you not dust it or something? There's something that happened.
No,
with that
you know what
that
it
she's
is?
like,
I have her wedding ring and my dad's wedding ring.
okay.
And I'm going to have them made into a necklace. And I should have already done it.
Yeah, because she's like, hey. Well,
And they're
it's
in
just
her
sitting
dish.
there.
I have a Majolica dish and they're sitting in there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have them made, but I got to find the right jeweler to do it. So, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, she's
gosh,
like,
that's
really
funny. That's funny.
Yeah. And I told her before she passed what I was going to do with them. So she knew.
Mm.
Yeah, she's wondering what has taken you so long.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah. And she knows that, but she's like got the little thing going. She's like, you
Oh.
really need to do that.
I'll do it, Mom.
That's
She feels like you
amazing.
just stashed it in the corner there.
No, not at all. No, I'll do it.
Because she goes by it all the time and she's like,
Oh, I will. That'll be next. Okay. I'll get on it.
she's funny because she definitely hangs out around you a lot of time and she watches you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd want my mommy watching me that close.
I know. And she watches my son. I know.
Oh, dude.
Big time.
Whatever he thinks he's getting away with, no. She
No.
knows.
Yep.
And she will find a way to let you know, too. He doesn't
Yeah,
do anything
that's
really
Mom.
bad, but he's like on the line. And there's been a few things where she's like, oh, no. And I think he feels that in some weird way.
He does.
Because
I know he does.
he's either stopped or thought about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, she definitely keeps him in check.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
and it's
good.
so funny because your dad's there, but your dad just kind of like stands back and
Lets her.
handle it. Yep.
That's
No,
exactly how they were in life. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it
no.
was-
They're definitely the same.
They do. They come
Definitely
through the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
No, yeah. I like her, but yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to have her mad at me.
No, it took a lot to get her to that, but if she was, you knew it and you stayed clear.
Yeah.
Or you fixed it, or whatever had to be done was done.
No, that was my mom too, so yeah, it makes
Yep.
sense. Yeah.
I have a question. Is my sister with them? Did she come through at all? Because I don't sense her. And
She's definitely there because there's
Okay.
another female, and now you said sister. That makes a little more sense. I get a lot
She
of
was
sadness around her.
yeah, she was. There was a lot of sadness in life with her too. And
Yeah,
she died of an overdose at 35. So
yeah, she had a really tough time. It's really interesting because she's not. It's really weird because she hasn't let herself. It's not that she hasn't. It's like she's gone to the other side, sort of.
Okay.
She feels guilty.
Yeah.
And she knows she screwed up, and she feels bad about that, and so she's kind of in this weird stuck position.
Okay. Is there anything that can help her, or yeah. I don't even. I've never communicated with her. I have with Mom and Dad. You know, Dad is. I know he's here, but my sister's been a hard one.
Have you tried talking to her, or it just hasn't worked?
I've tried it. Just and I get that sense. That guilt, that sadness.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, we connected right before she passed, like dazed, and we hadn't spoken in a long time. And you know, I was hoping she knows, you know, no one holds anything.
Oh yeah, she literally feels she needs your forgiveness.
She's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
and
in order to get her to move on and stuff, and you're gonna have to just crunch down and wade through that guilt that she's thrown at you.
Okay.
It's going to be a process. You're not going to be able to sit down and get her to move on right away. It's going to take a process.
Everything with her was a process.
Yeah.
I love her, but it was. I mean, that's how she, you know, yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
But
And I think your mom definitely wants to just sling her over to the other side, but it's going to take you and it's going to take your mom.
Okay.
There was somebody else that passed that your sister was really close to. It wasn't a family member though. It was like a friend.
She lost a lot of friends. It was a bad time in that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a friend, the same kind of situation type thing.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
Was it the kid's father? They weren't together, but it could have been.
No, it's another female.
Oh, another female. Okay. All right. There were so many that,
Yeah.
Is she
I
with?
have a feeling, I'm trying to at least get an initial on the name because she's not showing me who it is, but.
Okay.
It's either M or a P. I know that's like big M or a P or MP or PM. Look through those initials.
Okay. That's good to know. She's with her.
Yeah, and she's actually kind of like the kind of the push to get her to go too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of work.
Yep.
That's a really hard thing. It's kind of like suicide. They kind of get in this weird little vortex thing, and
well, and she had 2 kids, and her daughter was pregnant, and only she knew it at the time.
Oh.
I found out she was going to be a grandmother because my niece was young. And so I think, that was like, she was looking at it as a fresh start on life and to get away from it. And she was, so I found out they had been planning things. So I think.
No, I mean, hers was just literally like a boo-boo. I mean,
that's what I would you. Okay. Because she had been doing better and she left by herself,
She was definitely alone when it happened. And it's interesting because I'm getting a push from somewhere. It's almost like she had done really well.
Yeah.
And like in the scenario, she's with this other person who was still like, okay, when you do drugs. So he's doing drugs up here still. Well, she was down here with her drug use.
Yeah.
And this person was still up here. And so he kind of pushed her with the same amount up here, but she wasn't used to it and went back.
Exactly what I thought. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Let her know.
Like her body didn't tolerate it that level anymore.
Right. Because she had been, that's what
because she was doing really good. It's just really hard. I mean, anybody that knows anybody like that's so hard for them to even stop, much less.
It is. Yeah. And everyone
turkey
suicide. And I said, no, it wasn't. She had too many plans.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. It was definitely an accident.
It's good to hear, though. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, definitely an accident.
Yeah.
And yeah. And that's another thing. She gets that karma from people thinking it was a suicide, but it's.
Yeah. I think sadly.
Yeah, that one I would say, if you work on that.
Okay.
Off and on, you should have pretty good success with getting her to move on. You can always email me if you have any questions. And
I definitely will, if you don't mind. Yes, I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Because there's different ways to move different people on and so on and so forth too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, you still got some time, so if you have any more questions.
Is anything else popping through? Any other family members? I mean, I've lost almost all my family. So there's too many of them to.
not family wise, but like life event wise.
Yep.
It feels like you kind of got something really good coming.
Good.
You kind of been on like a bleh, but it feels like it's gonna go.
Yeah. Since my mom died, I've been, and I feel like I'm starting to come back.
Yeah. No, I would definitely say, by January, February, you're definitely going to start to feel that really big. And
awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
That is good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We like good.
Well, you certainly deserve it.
Thanks.
You certainly did. She works harder on my channel sometimes than I do.
I know. I always see her there.
Always.
Really
She's there before I am. She's there after I am. She's reposting things before I can even post them. It's freaking amazing.
This is awesome.
You're my family, so
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Appreciate
Other questions?
I think that's it. I'm going to focus on my sister, and that gives me hope because I have tried. I mean, like I said, she passed. She was 35.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time, and I've never been able to.
And that's also going to help shift your direction as far as everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Because once that happens for her, a lot of it will happen for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I don't think people realize that could be a really big burden with you don't even really know it.
It makes sense, but yeah, and that I've been kind of, it's always on my mind, and it's like, why can't I? Why? Well, no, what's so?
Yeah.
But, and I don't want her to feel. I mean, no.
No, we can definitely do something. Move her along.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Obviously, if you feel if you feel openly enough to share any of that part of the journey, for myself, it's obviously it's not something I'm going to blast on the internet. But if it's something that really does, help you, I'm sure other people would want to know as well that. And it's not. I know everybody's situation is unique and very special, but the human being as an energy collective, we all go through some of the same, things, just differently. So this very well could have helped somebody else that maybe had a loved one that was taken, by accident in confusion, full of guilt, and
right.
And it just, God, it gets me right there. That is just.
Yeah. No, I definitely care. Absolutely.
If you want to, obviously, if you don't want to, no worries at all. But I'd be real interested to see if that it makes. I didn't know her, but it makes sense from a taken aback standpoint of the way human brains work. Now, obviously, they're much the same in the afterlife, as Kat said, but it's interesting to know, do they carry that or not? And
I always wondered that. Yeah. I know about her, and she was doing so good, and she had goals. She was, in a long time she didn't, and she had given up. And then, with my niece being pregnant, and she was gonna kind of get a chance to be grandma where she wasn't mom.
Yeah.
She couldn't really, So it was.
Yeah, no, that was definitely an accident. It's very sad because she was really trying.
Yeah,
you can feel that from her. That's a lot of the big grief with her.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely.
I think probably you knowing that now, even though she probably knew that you knew that, and you did yourself, but hearing it sometimes from
it's
when and I think that it'll drop walls for both of you that you didn't mean to put there. And it could.
And at first I was very angry, and then you go through all the stages, and it was just, but no, I forgave her a long time, and I knew it wasn't her on purpose. That from the beginning. I mean, I knew that from the first minute. So, but to hear it makes it doable. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
All right.
Heck yeah. Well, thanks so much for getting up here. That was awesome. I'm so good to see your face again. I've been listening to your face.
I know. We talk all the time, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. What the heck? We're going to change that. I'm going to need a new co-host maybe soon. So,
Kat, nice to meet you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You too.
I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Bye. See you, girl. Yep. Woo-wee! Boy, I was sweating on that one. That is just taking, I know that we just met Sweet Neves and I love her to death, but if you take that out of the personal standpoint into just an outsider's perspective, that's just the amount of information that you just dropped is truly, truly amazing. And I have a very deep feeling that's going to help a lot of people. Maybe not a lot, but there's definitely going to be at least one other person that sees this and they're going to be like, oh my God, and it's going to really, really sort of help. Because it's, like I said, it's different for everybody, but you can apply a lot of the same, thinking sometimes to, wow.
Yeah.
Woo! That was good. That was great. Kat, you rock.
Thank you. Hopefully we haven't lost too many people. Hopefully they're still there.
Oh, they're still here. They're definitely still here. But we're past our time, girl. You killed it.
I know.
You did great. You did good. How do you feel? You feel okay?
Actually, I feel really good. If I keep going, I'll probably drop. But we wanted to talk about other things for people. They had other questions too.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. It's
your show. You do what you want to do. Sorry, I'm being bossy.
No, God, no. This is not. No, heck no. This is just a fun place for people to hang out. So yeah, let's do that for a couple minutes. Does anybody have any questions that's non-related, excuse me, to anything personal? For example, not can you please connect me with my sibling, but can my sibling still see me at my good times or my bad times, like things like that. Does anybody have any questions about spirits in general, or like the one I asked earlier while the chat rolls in? Do spirits actually see people here still in the physical realm the same way, or is there any sort of distortion? Is there like a time difference at all? Are they able to directly engage in our environment, or is it sort of just winging it?
Are you asking me, or you just?
I'm asking. Oh no, I'm asking you.
From what I understand, they still see us as like us. I mean, they can see what's going on. In another context too, if you take it like a lot of the people on YouTube that do the haunted stuff, that the ghost hunters.
Yeah.
A lot of times when they go to, say, a haunted venue, some of those ghosts still see the venue as it used to be when they were there and passed away. So it's really interesting. But those of you guys are usually stuck. I mean, those type of spirits are usually stuck there. But for the most part, like if it's your dad hanging out with you, he's going to see you like he's always seen you.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty cut and dried from what I can tell from everything I've ever gotten from. It's pretty, they still see us as us, and they still see the world kind of, I think they see it more of the energies than we do. And it might be like fuzzy around the edges, but as far as seeing seeing people, they see us.
Right.
But a lot of them can be really in tune to the energies around us are coming off of us.
Oh, neat.
Like little shimmers.
And I remember when you first told me that I forget exactly which one it was, but you had said that the energies or the spirits that are still there are sort of seeing me invade their dwelling, as it was, sort of because they saw it as it was, even though it was a complete dilapidated building. It was the mansion, the big mansion. Even though to me it was falling in, beautiful. I love that place still. But they weren't seeing it like that. Because I asked you, are they sad at the state of this building? Because it made me sad to see this building in the state and to know that they were still there. And you said, no, they are seeing it as it was. These particular spirits now, nobody get it twisted. It's not cut and dry. It's not, but in this instance, like the residual or the ones on repeat or the ones they're seeing it as it was, this plantation estate. And now, could they see me in that estate, or was it?
What's interesting about that place is the energy and anger around stuff there. They were aware of you, but I don't know if they actually saw you.
Right.
Because they're so wrapped up in their vengeance and the anger and the stuff that happened to them.
Right.
That, like, you may have appeared to them a shadow person.
Oh, so I freaked them out.
Yeah.
Huh. See,
and they probably might have been aware of it, but they, like I said, they're so focused on the horrible crap that happened to them there.
Oh yeah.
Getting back to, because they're still aware of that ucky dude that's in the house.
Yeah, I'm planning on going. I'm planning on going back there. We'll talk about that later. Debbie has a question. I was once told that spirits do not like to be called to where they are buried. Is that true? Like to their graves? So they don't like to be called to where they're buried. Is that something that you know?
I have never heard that. So yeah, I've never heard that, but who knows? I mean, as far as people hanging out at like the cemetery where they're buried, yes, I believe a lot of them do come there. I mean, if you go there with your energy to visit your, like, your sister, your brother, your mom and dad, they're going to feel that energy off of you. And yeah, they're probably going to pop up and hang out with you. But as far as them hanging out at the grave, no, unless they're There's cases where they do, but I think those cases are, people that have other issues, like were grumpy, mean, or alone in their lives, other issues, or pissed off that they're dead.
Right.
Or vain and so upset that their beautiful body is now on the ground. Right. So I think those are the aspects. But yeah, and you shouldn't just call up the dead.
Right.
It's okay if you want to communicate with loved ones that have passed, but you got to be really careful with that. Really careful. Like, don't ever use a Ouija board. That kind of stuff I think we've talked about. Just don't do it, because you don't know what you're getting or who you're going to get, but mostly what you're going to get.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Leave those. Yeah, absolutely. Ashley says, how do they see and hear with no physical eyes and ears? I know we may not know that until we are there. So how do they see or hear without actual physical eyes and ears?
Well, we're energy. We may have physical bodies, but we're energy. And when we die, it depends on your religious belief and other beliefs, I think. But basically, when we die, our bodies die, but our energy doesn't, because the spirit is like energy. So you feel and hear and see with your energy, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I've always seen it, and kind of how I've always been kind of told it works.
Right.
Because energy never dies. It just kind of goes into a different form.
That makes sense.
So
I've got Gypsy here causing trouble. Cat, is Richelle more gifted than she realizes?
Yes, ma'am, she is. She is. I was going to say something earlier. She could work on it a little bit and get a little more intuitive, but you got to be comfortable doing that.
Thank you, Gypsy. I know I'm skipping over a few guys, but I'm really yeah, I hear you. This little section before we part ways is just sort of for generalized questions. So we still have some personal questions, and I really would like to answer them. But this little portion, unfortunately, is not for that. So if you have any personal questions about past loved ones, like I said, email Kat. She'll be more than happy to chat with you about that. So this little section, again, if I skip over you, that's why. It's not because I'm ignoring you or anything.
And since it sounds like I might get inundated with a lot of emails, please be patient, because I have another life too.
You're welcome. Oh boy. Let's see. I just had one more good one. Where did it go? Shoot. Okay, here's a good one here. Can you still hear after you die? And if so, anyone know for how long? So I'm guessing she means like at the time of death, possibly when family members are mourning, or you're still talking to them. I don't know if she means in general, like forever. But it says, does anyone know for how long? So I'm assuming she means after you die, can they still hear you?
And that's an interesting one, both because of saying people in comas.
Mm-hmm.
Because I personally was in a coma for 7 or 10 days. And yes, you can hear people when you're in a coma. Trust me. And then I worked hospice. I was a hospice worker for years. So because I'm not a doctor, I can't say physically your ears hear, but having witnessed, several people in their last moments before they pass, physically maybe not, but spiritually, yeah, I definitely have always gotten the feeling that, yeah, no, they definitely hear you, they feel you. Even if it's and a lot of people beat themselves up because say they didn't get there until half an hour after they died or something like that. That doesn't mean that they're gone. Just because you weren't there at the time or you arrived later, something happened, they can still tune into you, especially when it's that soon after.
Right.
And that's a catch-22, because a lot of people want to communicate with people directly after they passed. But what I've found is when souls are that new to the other side, they're still kind of getting used to what's going on over there. So trying to communicate with them that fast is yeah, no bueno. No.
Sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think not necessarily physically hearing, but spiritually. Yeah. That was a long answer to that question. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. I think as a collective human race, I think that we all like to be comforted with the fact that we do lose people that we love, and there's nothing we can do about that. It's going to happen, and I think it's a beautiful thing that you're offering to people your firsthand knowledge, speaking with the other side, that yes, indeed, they do see you, and they do visit you, and they are there, and they do see your children being born, and the amazing things that you're doing, and the naughty things that you're doing, Neva. And I'm just teasing, but they are absolutely 100% there, and that's just a really beautiful thing to know that. I mean, you always want to think that, but to know it, that's a whole nother level. I love it. You got some fans here. You are definitely going to be a busy woman, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, it's, keep me updated if you get a lot of people needing your help for this, or if you ever want to do this again, just let me know. But I can't thank you enough for coming up here and being so vulnerable and opening up not only to me but to the freaking internet. I mean, this is just
it's a little scary.
It is. I know it is. You rocked it. I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, like I said, I hope I help people, and then I'm upset I couldn't help more tonight, but time constraints and stuff.
It is, and you also have to be able. It's hard switching channels that quick, so we have to watch out for you and protect you. But yeah, everybody, there's Anita said you were right on. I saw that earlier up in the chat. You were talking, but Anita said that you were 100%. You were right on with her, and I hope Lisa emails you. Lisa, if you're still here, make sure you do that. Follow up. I don't want you to feel like, yep, when you missed out. But yeah, we're getting a lot of stories coming in. Will there be a replay? Yeah, you can replay this anytime, Amy. And maybe if we in a couple months we pester Kat enough, we can get her back on here to chat with you guys some more and see if we can help. Some other people. Thank you. No, thank you, actually. Thank you to everybody in the chat here tonight. And one more time, give it up. Kat, thank you so much for being here and helping everybody. And the email's down below, guys. It's also going to be in the description. Please feel free to contact her. And even if you just have a question, she's not going to shun you just for that. It's not like, some of these psychics maybe you've run into the past. I've got nothing against any of them, but they can be very busy people, but they also are more concerned about the money aspect. And she does charge. Keep in mind, Kat does charge, but she needs to because she's very gifted. But that's not to say you can't just reach out and have a chat with her. And she's very much a human, as you can tell, and very much right on point. So just again, thank you so much. I know the people that you talk to directly has made a world of a difference, and even people over here. So everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope everybody has an awesome weekend, and we will see you guys soon on the next one.